major highlight for the financial year 2019-20 has been the enactment of the Uganda Wildlife Act 2019. We had a law already in place, but this new law provides for stronger penalties, for example, for wildlife crimes. Uganda, for a long time, was seen as a conduit, especially for people who trade in illegal wildlife trade. But you find that people were getting away with very small fines, with very small, short sentences. So this new law does basically three things: enhancing or strengthening the penalties, but also providing for better human-wildlife conflict. Human-wildlife conflict is inevitable, where you have the numbers of animals growing, and the human population is growing. The land on which they are doesn't grow, so there's bound to be conflict. Now, the other law was not really providing properly for that management. And so now, whereas it also puts a lot of responsibilities on the communities, it also provides for the responsibilities of the sector. For example, in terms of compensation, when wildlife, destroys people's homes and crops, and sometimes loss of life. But it also provides for more participation of the communities in wildlife management. The second one was, you may have heard about it's when we got the results of the gorilla census. And for the first time now we know that Uganda has more than 50% of the global population of gorillas because as you know, we share them with the Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. But the gorilla numbers grew, which is again a testimony that our efforts in conservation are paying off. Tourism promotion and marketing, a lot has been done there, but most of it is really consolidating what we were doing. So the highlight for me for this financial year was that whereas the other three financial years we had engaged market destination representative firms in three source markets. We had in the US and Canada, German-speaking Europe, and UK and Ireland. This year we have opened up three source markets and hired new firms in China and Japan and the Gulf states. So hopefully this coming financial year, we'll be able to focus now on the region, on Africa, because we have noticed that most of the numbers are really from the region, but we also thought we should enter these markets. So basically, for me, that was a major highlight for the financial year. The third area is conservation and sustainable utilization of wildlife. And I think I've already talked about the mountain gorillas. The numbers basically are growing for almost all the species, be it elephants, be it hippos, be it cobs, but the gorillas was a major highlight. And the other area is we have improved our management of protected areas. In the last two financial years, Uganda Wildlife Authority has been able to double its revenue from about 89 billion shillings to over 140 billion shillings. So you can see that this is because they have improved their product, the way they are managing the conservation, so that tourists have more to look forward to. This financial year alone, we were able to increase our budget by over 30 billion shillings to accommodate the extra revenue coming from Uganda Wildlife Authority. Now, under number 4, which is cultural heritage and conservation, again, under that area, we're also trying to diversify. I think it's one thing that is in the manifesto. We're supposed to open regional museums. And this year, we were able to open the Soroti Museum. We had hoped actually to celebrate the International Museum Day in May, and we wanted to open officially to launch the Soroti Museum. But now, of course, with the lockdown, that may not be possible. But we have opened it. It is fully established. It has all the materials. We had done Kabale the previous year. So far, those are the ones we've done. But we have also renovated the museum, the Uganda Museum. We have given it a facelift. If you remember, this year we were able to host the Leonardo da Vinci exhibition, in addition to the Idi Amin exhibition, which was a major attraction for many people. So the Uganda Museum has become more active. We have renovated the cultural village.